My golden child sister stole my dad's credit card and spent $20,000 at the mall. He is now refusing to pay her private school to Eva. My sister was born 3 minutes after I was delivered, and we had many similarities growing up except for the fact that she was the golden child. Turns out, my parents were told that the chances of the second baby surviving were low and that my sister would most likely not make it. So when she survived, my parents called her the chosen one. We obviously shared birthdays, but I never expected to share the same cake, especially because our dad owned a successful business. As we entered high school, our parents sent both of us to private school, and I found out from my aunt that I was sent with my sister because my parents didn't want anyone noticing the discrimination. It was obvious to everyone anyway, but they thought no one knew. As my sister grew up, she realized that she could ask for literally anything and my parents would never say no. On our 16th birthday, my sister got a car while I got some clothes. While everyone was standing around her new car, I asked my mom if the car was a gift for both of us. She looked around and saw everyone staring at her, waiting for a reply. She then said, "Yes, of course," sweaty, extra loud so everyone could hear. My sister heard my mom, and she threw a tantrum in front of everyone. She started slamming the car's door, and my dad stopped her. I then saw him whisper something to her ear, which I suppose was along the lines of "the car is yours. Just play along." He then calmed down and invited me to the car. A few days after the incident, I asked them why they treated us so differently, and their reply was that her existence was a miracle. My dad also added that my sister would be in charge of his business in the future, so she needed to get used to the luxurious lifestyle. They really thought they could rely on her for the future, but little did they know that my sister was stupid. They never checked on our school progress or grades. Instead, they trusted whatever my sister said. Our teachers showed great concern regarding her grades, but my parents never knew. I tried showing some form of gratitude towards my parents by trying hard at school because I knew they were paying $60,000 per year for both of us. We are set to graduate this year, but I don't think my sister will get her diploma because of how badly she messed up. A few weeks ago, my sister was out with her rich friends when one of them started showing off her watch collection. My sister was never into watches, but at the same time, she hated it when someone had something she didn't. Essie talked to some more of her friends about watches, and according to her, she was peer pressured into buying a watch. Essie was in no position to buy a watch because she didn't work. And even though we attended private school, I'm sure my parents would never buy a luxurious watch. Conveniently for her, my parents were leaving for a week and left us money until they came back. My parents probably gave us $150 for the week, and for some reason, this was not enough for my sister. Essie told me that she knew where dad kept his credit cards and asked me if she should borrow one. I told her not to, but if she wanted to, then she should ask dad. She refused and said, "What's the worst that can happen?" I shrugged and told her not to do it, but at the same time to keep me out of her troubles. After 10 minutes, I heard my sister scream, "I got it," and I instantly knew that Sp was up to no good.